Welcome to the Bag Hack Digest. Hello beautiful bag lovers, it's Trina here and welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna film a couple of videos for you today because I'm getting busy and the crunch is on to get stuff done. So excuse me if I'm wearing the same stuff in the next video. C'est la vie d'aujourd'hui. So in this first video I want to share with you finally my Pochette Cle. I have two of them and I want to explain to you why these things are phenomenal. There's tons of videos out there already on these two items. I'm going to show you how I use them. But before we get to these, I want to share with you what I did with this old fake Louis Vuitton bag that I found some time ago. I found it on campus where I work behind a bunch of stuff in a locker. Actually, the dean of the school found it and he thought he might like it, so he passed it on to me. And it was pretty shabby, and I do have a little video on that and I'll put that up here somewhere. But what I ended up doing is taking the lazy route out, and I cut the bag up when I was back in Canada, basically just myself with some scissors and a glass and a pen, you know, making the circumference. I just made these little coasters and they are proving fantastic. They're just fake things, so I'm not really worried about messing them up. And on the back of some, you can see some lines that happened. But overall, I'm very impressed with the way they've turned out because I don't have any coasters, and now I do, and they look a little posh, and people comment on them when they're here, and I tell it like it is. It's fake Louis Vuitton material. You can find a lot of this stuff on Etsy. Who knows if they use fake stuff or if they actually repurpose old bags. It's hard to say. I wouldn't be able to tell you if this is real or not, to be honest. It looks exactly the same as the real McCoy. The actual bag itself was a complete disaster. It didn't look real at all. But this fabric, to me, it's the same as the real deal. So there you go. That's my project finito. Woo! So on to my lovely Pochette Cle. Now, if you've been following me on my channel, you'll know that I'm not a wallet person. I don't like using wallets. They take up space. I prefer just to use a silicone coin case that I got at the dollar store. Say, what's it called? Serio, I think is the name, here in Japan. I think it was actually 200 yen. I love these things. Very small, compact, great. And then I use this as my catch-all, and that includes my bills, all sorts of other affairs. And then I have a card case for my cards, and this typically holds 10 to maybe up to 15, but that'd be a crunch. Typically I hold 10 to 12 cards in here. So right now what I have is, hold on, I have my bank card. I have another bank card, which is associated with the post office. Yes, they do that here in Japan. I have one credit card, a MasterCard. I try to base my consumption on cash, so I don't generally use it that often. I have my Zydio card, which is a residence card proving that I have legal status here in Japan. Always have to carry that with me instead of my passport. And I have three very thin cards for use with different medical facilities, like a dentist I'm currently attending. Gotta get some expensive work done. Getting old, teeth falling out. And I have a skin doctor, I have rosacea. Sometimes I go in there and try different things, and just a general clinic. And I have my health insurance card, which of course you always need wherever you go. And a taxi card, which I guess I don't need. I could put this into my phone, I'd be all right, but just in case. Then I have an extra key. My apartment works on a card system, not a key, so I like to have an extra one with me. And then I have my driver's permit, and that is it. I do not carry point cards anymore. I do not believe in them. I think they're a scam. I know if you're loyal to a certain company, what you can do is take a photo of it, or more likely they'll be in the data bank. So for example, Sephora, which is not even international, that really irks me as well, because I shop in Sephora in the States, and I shop also in the Middle East when I go there. And unfortunately, my Canadian Sephora account doesn't work there. Might work in the States actually, I could be wrong about it. But anyway, they're not international. Same goes for IKEA and Costco. So screw it, it's just a pain in the neck. Now of course, Costco and IKEA I only go to once in a blue moon anyway, because I don't live near them. So I end up having to buy the card for just a one-time use. That's really annoying, but usually it is worth it in my case. But anyway, point cards in general, they force you to want to use them to save money, and to me that's not a very stress less way to live, and I just prefer to buy what I want, when I need, and not be marketed at with, you know, discounts or loyalty and, you know, that kind of thing. I just feel happier without them. Try it, you might like it. Okay, so pochette number 2 is an older one, slightly older, and this is with the monogram print as opposed to the more traditional check. They both, by the way, have these little key rings on them. I will use them if I need to attach them to something, but generally I don't put my keys on there because actually I don't have keys. I have a key fob for my car, which I'm not using right now because my license was taken away from me. I have a key to the door, which is in the form of a card, as I mentioned, and the key to the office. To be honest, I don't lock my office door anymore. I just don't keep valuables there, and nobody goes into it. So that's it, that's all I need. So no keys for Trina. So what do I use this guy for then? So let me pour it down the goods for you so you can see. Okay, let's just empty this stuff out. Usually this is basically my mini electronics case, so I don't carry it always everywhere where I go because I don't always need this stuff, but generally I do because it's small enough. So I have a little iPod shuffle. I have my iPhone as well, but sometimes I just want to do different things on them, and this conserves power, and then it plugs in to any USB to charge it. I still like these little things, so there's that. Then I have my earphones. This one's getting pretty old, but I like the way it rolls up and keeps the wires out of place. And unfortunately, because I've updated my iPhone, I have to get this little guy an adapter to this, which is highly annoying, but that is the way the cookie crumbles these days. Built-in obsolescence is the norm. I hate the bastards for that, but what can you do? And I have another little doohickey here for attaching different things. Actually, what is that? Is that for this? I don't remember what this is for, actually. I probably don't need to carry it around if I don't know what it's for. Then I have a tiny USB stick. This is very tiny, very compact, just for emergencies. It's got some important data on it, and I can use it to copy anybody else's data if I need it on the road. I do work in cafes with colleagues a lot of the time, so it comes in handy, especially when the internet's not working. And then I have this double function splitter, because then I can share music or audio with my friends. Comes in handy, doesn't weigh anything, doesn't take up much space. So currently that's what I have inside this little mini pochette from Louis Vuitton. Very happy. If you're wondering, yes, my hair color is different. I dye it every 2 months or so, this wonderful purpley gray, and then gradually it goes back to a brassy yellow and roots, and I do it all over again. Okay, that was it for today. Bag Hag signing out. We'll talk to you in the next video, which is coming shortly, for me, not for you.